Now, let me just start out by saying I'm not affiliated or sponsored or getting anything from R&L Electronics. I just like to browse their page. In fact, I've actually never ordered from them. A bunch of my friends have, but I've never ordered from them. You see, because I'm not a big fan of having anything shipped to me that's large. So, as much as I dislike Ham Radio Outlet for the most part, usually when I want a radio, I drive down to Phoenix and I go buy one. I open up the box, I inspect the contents. If I see something wrong, I bring it back in the store, And I don't care about the money that I've wasted on gas. So, but one thing about R&L Electronics, which is really cool, is they have used equipment. Now let's look here at amplifiers. We see the prices are very, very ridiculous. A lot of stuff is special order. Let's go back into so the 811H is $13.99, $12.99 for the non. And let's see here. So in order to view all used equipment, well, we were looking in here earlier. In the last video, I was showing you guys these amps, and then all of a sudden I scrolled down, and it gave me the option to look at the used ones. And they were reasonably priced. But now it's not doing that, which I don't understand why. But let's see if we refresh the page. Huh. Okay. So, I don't know. Well, let's go look at the used equipment. Click over here on the side, view all used equipment. And you can do with or without pictures. Apparently they've got tubes. I mean, all sorts of weird stuff. Antique CB radio, keys, microphones, turners, foot switches, ALS 600 used, $13.99, 811, $7.95. I think that's a good deal for one of those coming from, cover screws are stripped. They're very honest about their stuff. This is the ARB 704. I don't know. It looks like it, but so you could even buy a D104 Night Eagle from them. Breaker. I don't know why people are obsessed with D104s. Especially some of these guys that say they're like not CBers. D104, not tested, bass, not nice. $29. How could you beat that? I bought a D104 one time for $20. And it was in really piss poor shape. Yeah. It's not even... I don't even know what the hell. Something looks funny about this one. But I got plenty of pictures. This is a different type. This This would have been one that actually probably would be ham radio. Ecstatic Echo Master. Boy, they've got all sorts of crazy stuff. And they have a whole bunch of these. Hundreds of dollars. Low pass filters for CB radio, basically. A $9 Bofang, UV82. $24 UV5R. Sorry guys, that's not a bargain. A Bird meter with case, $295. I don't know what this is. A Dosi. I don't know what you call these. Anyway, these are power meter incorrect. Yep, they always are. We get a lot of ham guys that still use these, and they think it's the gospel. A Drake 2B used, untested, receiver, $149. A Drake MN2000 tuner, $195. That's a good deal. Drake parts, T4XCs. Drake R4C T4C MS4U used, $595. TR4 $195. Very expensive flex radio. So you can see that they have some serious deals on here. Grundig, Helicrafters, Heathkit CB, $39. Heathkit DX60, $69. DX60B, $99. The Heathkit HM2102 meter, I have one of these, $49. The HP 23A power supply, $125. I have one of those for my Hot Water 101, which is about what they go for, and that's why I've often thought, why even bother selling the damn thing with everything when people are charging that much for the power supply. See, Heathkit band scope, $49.95. Some crazy deals here, guys. Bunch of Heil microphones. I'm not a Heil fan. I've got a couple Heils that look similar to these that a friend David gave to me, and he got them from somebody else, I think, or had somebody work on them, and they've all been kind of boogered with. And one of them is missing one of the elements. ICOM 251A for $175. ICOM hand microphone used for $19. That's a good deal. What else we got? This is actually quite neat. ICOM 2720 dual bander, $195. ICOM 7000, $749. 706, $495. 735, no TX, no RX, lights up as is, rough shape, $149. ICOM 737, I used to have one of those, $195. No RX, TX on 160, 80, and 40. Who knows? ICOM 7600, $949. Receivers, I don't buy receivers. I'd rather buy HF receiver. Power supply, $125. I have one of those for my 756. I did not know they were that expensive. The INRAD filter for different things. Johnson. Johnson Messenger. Kenwood PS30 for $79. Kenwood PS53. There's really some nice stuff here, and most of it's pretty reasonable. More Kenwood power supplies. A TS130 for $149. This is interesting. None of these work. HF, no RX, no TX. Lights up. I have never seen that many of them that said that. TS850. Neat radio, couple blemishes, not bad. $500. Guys, this is a good deal. This is a really good deal. And if I can click on it and see and pull it up for you. They probably don't have it anymore. It's got kind of like the gold-plated-ish knobs. It's much larger than the TS450. It's a really nice radio. Look at that. She's a beaut, Clark. Output power, 150 watts on all bands. So I believe that it was a 150 watt transceiver. Man, if I had money to burn, I would buy that right now. Because you know they're going to ship it, no problem. It's not like buying something from some guy on eBay. You don't know if they know how to ship properly. Here's the 870. This is like the one I was showing you guys. That was $400. Has blemishes on top of the case because some a-hole stacked crap on top of it. Look at that. What a great radio. Quite different amounts of power. 190, 90. That's about normal. And these type of Kenwoods, they sound really, really good. They have that Kenwood sound. Those are really good deals. MFJ antenna analyzer. Needs work bad. We got lots of different tuners. Remote what? I don't know what this is. Interesting microphones. Sears Road Talker AMCB, $9. I wonder how many pages and stuff they got here. These are all wall warts. Some other just miscellaneous stuff. Miscellaneous bag of parts. God, these guys are crazy. $900 DMR portable fans. Hopefully this is the last page. Johnson Viking 275 watt tuner. These are actually kind of cool. It's not the KW Matchbox, but the KW Matchbox, these are rated at like input power or whatever. Also AM continuous, so it'd be 275 times 4. So you do the math. That's legal limit tuner right there. The KW Matchbox would easily handle 3,000 watts. And if you've ever opened one up inside, You know what I'm talking about. It's ridiculous. It makes a legal limit tuner look like child's play. So, let's see. They've got just lots of weird stuff. So, you guys get bored, go on R&L's website and look and see what they are selling used. I mean, like a horn. I don't know, what is this? An antenna tuner? I'm not sure what that is. Tektronix oscilloscopes. I mean, geez, these guys must have just a big, huge warehouse full of stuff. There's like 15 more, there's, this just keeps going and going and going and going. Microphones, TYT, and some of it's really random. Look at that, the 102 tuner. And so, I have bought one at the Ham Fest, and as you guys know, if you've seen it, I did a video on it. And somebody kind of hacked it up. And what in the hell is in this one? Mine doesn't have that. Oh my. So this one, there's a reason why they were charging so much money. So that box back there is the add-on. And mine didn't have that. It just has a block-off plate. So you have all these extra connectors. And I'm not really sure how it's supposed to work. So if I had no tuners and I needed a tuner, I could probably use this. But like what the issue with mine is, these connectors right here, they all had to be reflowed. And I honestly couldn't get the tuner to work real well. It uses taps on the coil and capacitors. And so you'd select the band here, and then he would adjust the tune and the load on it. But I never could get it to work well. So, and it doesn't handle legal limit. It handles like basically what the FL2100B could put out. I think it reads 1200, but if you look inside of it, it's not gonna do that. It's basically no. In fact, I think my 500 watt ICOM automatic antenna tuner has larger everything than this does. So really, it's designed to work with the 102 and maybe 500 watts. And we got here. Oh, some of these have been on here for a while. The 101B, parts only, scratches as expected, not tested. 195. If any of you guys on my channel are like, dude, I've been trying to find this, call these guys and figure something out. You guys that don't want to order from eBay, you don't want to pay crazy prices, call these guys. Look at this. It's a 101B. I'm not going to click on it because it takes too long to load it. But look, here. Only works on AM. I mean, these are project radios, but like, I mean, you could save a lot of money if you learn how to work on radios. A 757GX only works on AM. It probably works on 11 meters too. But it's probably fixable. Now here's the 736. These are a nightmare. Absolutely a nightmare. Okay, used. Now we're getting into the good stuff. Holy hell. A 101D. A used 101D. A FD 7800. Look at this. The 1200. They want $850 for it. They've got more than one of them. So, I think I priced mine fairly, but it's just not going to sell. I've been using mine in the house. It has a really wonderful tuner in it. And it's not the same as the 3000. Some people had told me that. So the receiver in the 1200 is completely different than the 3000. And I believe the antenna tuner is completely different. Mine will tune well over 3-to-1 SWR, whereas my 3000 will not. Anyway, they got a couple of these. It'd be interesting to see if it says if it has the FFT board. So if you wanted a full-size radio with knobs and less menus, and kind of cool looking display, not touch screen, no waterfall, these are really neat radio. You get extra antenna connection. You can take these two connectors here and enable the U-tune and tap it for the SWR. So they test everything and tell you what the output is. That's cool. What I'm wondering is if there's any difference between either one of these. With mic and power cord only. Okay. So, and also I think probably they might give you a little protection if something's wrong. They've tested it for you. Here's a 3000, 1095. Tested with box and manual. Another one. Click on it. So if you wanted to get one of these, see how it's all dirty on the top? That's what happens when you don't clean them. This paint really, really just attracts, and the dirt sticks to it badly. So this keypad thing, I've got that. I don't know really, when you don't have the voice recorder installed, it's really kind of useless. Mine doesn't have the voice recorder. These ones here, there's no quick and easy way for them to tell you if it's in there. It could be, it might not be. It's most likely not. But that's one thing to look for. So this one will have all the other stuff in it that the 1200. So the 1200 can do the waterfall and all that, but it can't do it in normal time. 104 watts, 108 watts, 107 watts. That's interesting. You've checked lots of stuff. Okay, let me see something really quick. I saw that was kind of interesting that they have the wattage written like that. This one's tested, but there's no, they're not telling you the wattage. Let's see what else they got here. An MD1 microphone, those are really nice. Go to the older Yaesus. A 980 speaker, which is really similar to the 102 speaker. The 101 speaker with the foam patch. It's going to be the landliner. Let's see. Here's the old Yaesu keyboard for some of the really, really old RTTY stuff. The Yaesu VFO for the 101, $99. I think that's a fair price. That was our last page. Let me go back here and look at that 1200. I want to see something here. Because I feel like these are double listed. I don't think that they have two of them. Okay. Picture is the same, but they do have different numbers. And then this one, yeah, I don't know, maybe they are different. We can see the serial number if we really look. Or not. I can't read it. So it doesn't matter anyway, I don't really care. So, I think that's all I got. But definitely take a look. Kind of interesting stuff. Be really cool if you lived nearby them.